Hey traders from around the world, what's going on? It's Jeremy Alexander Newsom with Real Life Trading. Hope you're doing absolutely wonderful, and I do hope you had a great weekend. Weekend was pretty marvelous here in Nashville, Tennessee. Shout out to my brother Blake Anderson. Got an amazing opportunity to hang out with him this weekend. And Ashley's dad, John, came up into town. Got a chance to spend with him, and we explored two new parks in Nashville. There's a lot of parks here in Nashville. Love the city. Great place. If you guys ever are in the area, let me know. Let's meet up. Ladies and gentlemen, the SPY today doing its thing. So this is the S&P 500 ETF. Last really 7-8 days. So 8 days exactly. We've been trading quite sideways. So this is the rest. So I mentioned previously that likely this is a 1, 2, 3. This is probably a wave 4 and potentially I think a wave 5 could continue. But this is a stair-step pattern. It could break out in either direction, bullish or bearish. So if it does continue to break bullish, don't be scared here. Volume is declining. This is classic. Classic stair step. Now, if we do break out really, really hard, that's totally fine. It does and can happen. And we'd probably pull back into some support, and that'll be relatively bullish to buyable there on the SPY. Here's the QQQ. Smaller candles today on the Qs. Likely is going to change here momentarily because this coming up week, you got Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Google, Twitter, a lot of stocks there on the NASDAQ, which could cause this to move giantly in one direction or another. Nice little pennant pattern. Next resistance is 115.30 on the Qs. Have a lot to talk about today. You got the pause button on this recording if you need it to check out any of my charts or hear what I'm saying, but let's get started. Ticker symbol VZ, Verizon, apparently acquiring or buying out some of the business operations for Yahoo for a few billion, no big deal. So Verizon actually approaching a very, very strong resistance. Here's your monthly chart. And the monthly chart on Verizon, folks, we are approaching the 2,000 highs on Verizon. So this was a really good distribution phase here. The fact that they're acquiring Yahoo, I don't really think is that bearish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up. A little bit of a distribution or pullback is likely, and then probably a bounce on Verizon. I think approaching its 2,000 highs probably the next 7-8 months plus. So for those blue chip buy and hold dividend traders on Verizon, I'm sure you're pretty pleased right now. Yahoo, not really getting any good bullish movement out of this though. Here's Yahoo on the daily chart. And I did have a few traders in bullish, stands in a put sale, also in a covered call. A few traders got a covered call for 41. Robert Meek was in some calls, and right now, big pullback on Yahoo. But realistically, from a technical perspective, this could just be a retest of this breakout level. So there's a little breakout. There is the breakout, and this could be just a retest. It'll be interesting to see exactly what Yahoo does on this move. Fundamentally, I don't think there's anything specifically crazy bearish about the news, but it's interesting nonetheless. Another big news story today, E-Trade, ticker symbol ETFC, purchased Options House. Yep, that is the broker Options House. Many of you have them, and that's just from the emails and additional information that I got. If you have Interactive Brokers, you might have gotten a news story that said TD Ameritrade brought out Options House, but so far from everything that I can verify, it might be E-Trade. Now, is E-Trade and TD Ameritrade owned under some giant shell umbrella of a company? That I actually cannot know, or well, it's not that I can't know. I don't know. I just simply do not know if that's the case. If Bill Clinton owns both of those companies in some kind of umbrella, something I'm unaware of. I have no idea, maybe. But Interactive Brokers did send out an email saying that TD Ameritrade was buying Options House. Either way, Options House is getting bought out by somebody. E-Trade, TD Ameritrade, or both. I think it's kind of a bullish thing for E-Trade. I think they do need to get and acquire some discount brokers. It looks like they are with the purchase of Options House. So on a longer term level, I like E-Trade at and around 20 if it can pull back to there, which it very well might. Notice it's battling that 100 simple moving average. So if it pulls back down to that area based on the 100 and gets a little bit of a sell-off, since they're spending $725 million acquiring Options House, it might cause a little bit more of a trade lower. So just something to keep in mind. Another stock that's just going absolutely bananas. I was looking to fade this one today. Didn't happen, or at least not yet. Sky People Fruit Juice. Oh my goodness. This stock is going wild. It has increased in value, I don't know, a lot the last few days. And at this point, I am looking for it to trade lower. It's going to be a little bit of an aggressive move. I would suggest it's only for my aggressive or very active or professional day traders or short-term swing traders. It's a little bit hard to find stocks to short, but there's been a really strong short squeeze going on. So a lot of people have tried to short, and they're just getting squeezed out of their position, causing a really massive run up on ticker symbol SPU. Kind of comical, but it will be pulling back here in the next few weeks. Feel free to keep your eyes on that one. Whole Foods, ladies and gentlemen, we posted this analysis not too long ago on Whole Foods. This thing is a classic channel. I'm loving it. Ticker symbol WFM. Posted this a few months ago, just in case for verification purposes. Let me go ahead and just open up that chart. But pretty much said, hey, it's setting up for a channel again. So we can either A, buy shares, B, sell puts, C, buy calls, D, debit spread of some kind. So it's kind of like, hey, whatever you want to do. It looks bullish down here again. So a lot of times traders, they learn channels, but they're like, I never find channels ever. They're actually pretty common. Just have to find them and track them down and be really, really patient when they get here. But 3 months ago, we liked it, and then 25 days ago, there it was, 25 days ago on Whole Foods. Posted that in TradingView, which again, you can follow us on TradingView for free. But back up in here, pretty much all those strategies, they're working. So we're up 2.3% today. Nice little move on Whole Foods. Anyway, there you go. That's ticker symbol WFM. Really quick review. Got to give a shout out to my buddy Matt. He was looking at going bullish on these 3 trades. I don't know if he got triggered in or not. I don't know his exact entry, but his analysis was spot on. So Matt, got to give you a shout out, man. Great job on GPS. I know I said I wanted to pull back a little bit more, and it did not. I don't know if you got filled on the 13th of July or not, but if you didn't, you got the analysis right regardless, so good job. Solar City, a lot of traders trading Solar City right now. Nice little gap up, good breakout of this little move. Retest was on Friday, retest gap today, earnings coming up. Here's your higher low, here's your resistance. I do think Solar City probably ends up trading higher into 34 over the next 2 to 3 months, but we'll have to see. I'm not entirely sure, but anyway, that's what that's doing. GNC, also, Matt's in this one made a little bit of a higher high and a higher low. Those are looking good. Let's talk about some of the swing trades that Real Life Trading is in. Ticker symbol WDC. Came so close to my target today. It was 53.03 is the target. The high of the day was 52.96. Earnings is coming right around the corner on Western Digital. Probably end up holding this one over earnings. Got a nice little gap right there. And as long as it don't open below there, I think overall in the next 2 to 3 months, Western Digital could continue up a little bit higher. Sears, the first time I traded Sears bullish in the last, I don't know, probably 2 years. We did get triggered in. Did make a nice higher high and a good higher low today. Here's the volume. And again, here is our analysis on Sears. If you got a chance to check that out in the trading room that we posted, Mentorship Merchant Monday. But anyway, there you go. There's Sears, bullish pop. A few traders are in that one. Justin Linderman, thanks for the shout out on SHLD. We got one more. Actually got a bearish trade. So those are 2 bullish trades. Here's the one bearish trade. Ticker symbol RYI. And RYI played this one on the hourly chart. Here's the hourly. Posted this one on Friday. There we go. Was looking for a retest. Black candle gapping down. Didn't get that retest. Decided to play this one as it rolled over. And we're in that one bearish. Target 11.14. So 3 swing trades right now. A few non-directionals. Woo! What else I got to talk about today? That takes that off the list. That takes that off the list. Yeah, we're not done yet. We're going to keep going. Facebook has earnings this week. This wick is not real. A lot of traders got exercise from a covered call on Facebook. Been doing those covered call strategies on ticker symbol FB for a very long time. Finally got called away. I'm not going to be worried about it if I get put some shares on Facebook. A 105 August put sale. Some are doing 106, 107, 108. Only do this strategy if you want to own some shares of Facebook. But my buddy Ron, taking some bullish trades over earnings, did some share purchases, doing some covered calls. Facebook still looks bullish to neutral longer term, in my opinion. If it gaps down, as long as it opens above 106 on that gap down, I'm going to be bullish. And if it gaps up, I'm going to play it or anticipate playing it the exact same way the last 7 earning gaps have happened on Facebook. Gap up, trade down, gap up, trade down, gap up, trade down, gap up, trade down, gap up, trade down. That's 5. I'm a bad counter. Anyway, if it gaps up, I'll look forward to trade down and then buy the bounce. That's exactly what it did the last 5 times in a row. So why do anything different? Ticker symbol SQ. This one was requested. Square. Loving some Square down here. Started from a double bottom. Now we're here. Good inverted head and shoulders pattern. By the way, that was a Drake reference. If it closes above 953, which it did a few days ago, I was saying that was going to be the neckline of head and shoulders. I anticipate it to trade higher. Buy low, sell high. Earnings is coming up on ticker symbol SQ. Few traders did a few put sales on this one, and those all expired worthless. Ticker symbol MON for Monsanto. Got to give a shout out to my buddy Ron again on this one, and he's looking at playing this, selling a 99 put sale, I believe, for August. So that is at a good resistance, nice support. If you get put some shares, he's like, well, I'll just turn right around, sell some covered calls. Yes, sir. That's exactly what you can do. Apple, ticker symbol AAPL, had a nice bearish move today. Really good day trade. Justin Linderman had some analysis that made me shiver on Apple. Black candle, gapping down, bearish retest gap, opened below the low of yesterday. So people were definitely trapped. Here's the 5-minute chart on Apple. Nice little white candle. There's the previous low of the day. There it is right there. Previous low of the day. There's the retest low of the day. There's the rollover. Justin Linderman, great analysis on Apple. Well done, my friend. So what happens on earnings? Well, if Apple gaps down into here, I'll be marginally bearish, but looking for a bullish move. If Apple opens really above 101.50, I'm closing my eyes and buying calls on Apple. Should be the easiest trade I've made in a long time. GILD also has earnings coming up soon. Also looks like an inverted head and shoulders. So keep your eyes on this one for anyone who wants to play GILD. Looks like a gorgeous inverted head and shoulder pattern to me. So again, inverted head and shoulders are longer term swing trades. These could take 3 to 4 months to play out. So if it does gap up, could trade down into the neckline, look to buy the dip there. And again, give it some time, ladies and gentlemen. Swing trades oftentimes they do take much longer. Pretty much all trades can take much longer than we want them to. Just throwing that out there. Twitter, ticker symbol TWTR, had a gorgeous one white soldier, bullish gap and go off of support down here in June. June bounce, good bullish move. I think, man, who's in Twitter bullish? David Lane, maybe a few others. I can't remember. A few traders are in Twitter bullish. Anyway, here's your long-term moving averages. I think Twitter is going to gap down on earnings, but what do I know? If Twitter gaps up to the 200 simple moving average or even 21, I think it does sell down. And if it gaps down, I think it eventually gets bought up for a short trade, short-term bullish trade. If Twitter opens below 1741 and down into about 1650, I'd be bearish on the day trade level. And then again, potentially look for it to bounce. Of course, does it have to happen? Twitter is one of those stocks that I'm always bearish on. So if it does gap down, I could probably be easily coerced into a really bearish position. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, a lot of stocks reporting earnings this week, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Amazon, ticker symbol AMZN. I'm going to be looking at this one more on Wednesday. But here's my analysis on Amazon. If it gaps up, looking for it to trade in bullish. I wrote a little bit of a note on here, apparently, but it got taken away. No matter. Pretty much as long as Amazon gaps down but opens above 680, I'll be bullish. And if Amazon gaps up at all, it's probably going to run for the moon. So we'll see what happens, but that's happening this week. I'll talk about that more on Wednesday. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for watching this Real Life Stock Review. Big announcement for Real Life. We hit over 3,500 subscribers on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for making my dreams come true and me the dreams of those who are here at Real Life Traders, and maybe just real life traders everywhere. Traders just like you who are paying off credit card debts, paying off student loans, paying off car loans, paying off mortgages, taking trips to Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, Alaska, Aruba, Cancun, Mexico, Indianapolis, Indiana, Baltimore, Denver, California, Texas, all around the world. Traders just like you, ladies and gentlemen, are doing this. They're learning it, they're trading, and they're enriching lives across the globe. Thank you for that. I'm excited, pumped for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, the magic number for the day is 1, and I'm excited to see what transpires in August. A lot of big announcements coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you later. Until next time, love life, live life, and trade. See ya.